Hi, welcome back to my channel. Antoinette here. I'm going to do a sort of first impressions look at the Tower of Transformations. So a quick kind of flip through and see if we can get some pairings going as well, just so I can see how it's going to work or what it might work with. Now, this is a deck that I was first notified about by Tarot and Witchery. I think it must have been a year ago, probably almost to the day. And it's been on my list of purchases and I never quite got there. So I've gone ahead and purchased it. It's here. So I thought we'd have a look. It's an unusual deck, so I haven't quite spotted how I'm going to use it, but it's a deck that makes you think. And if you followed any of the decks that have been coming in recently for me, or certainly last year's last 10 decks, which I think I updated, so it's probably the last 20 decks of last year into my collection, they certainly had a theme, and that was decks that either needed a bit of time spent with them, learning or working. And this one's no difference to those. Now, it comes in a really weird pack. So I noticed that when people were buying it, they were complaining that they were only sent a book and not a deck. This is the kit, and this is exactly how it comes. It comes in this, it comes wrapped, and it comes in this dust jacket. So as you can see, it looks like a book, and it is a book. And the way it comes is it has a piece of cardboard in here, and then you've got the deck edges on both sides, which made it look like the whole thing was a book. And I think a lot of people were misinformed and sent it back thinking they hadn't been given what they'd ordered. So the dust cover, I was quite relieved to see. Obviously it comes off, and then you have the book inside, and the deck comes in two wraps split. So I have taken them out of their wraps, and it's not the best made deck, and it's not a cheap deck, that I will say, for anyone that's wanting it. But let's have a look at what this is about. So it's called the Tower of Transformations. It's a book and deck set. It is by Willow, Arlene and Jasmine Lee Cori. The Tower of Transformations is an immensely popular, well-respected deck with professional tarot readers and thousands of ordinary people. Willow Arlene paints entirely new images with a modern tarot drawn from a rich blend of spiritual and psychotherapeutic traditions. Inclusive and wise, working with this deck is like having a crone of your own. Willow Arlene is an internationally known visionary artist, psychic reader. She is founder of the Dancing Willow Tree Mystery School and Archetypal Energy Psychotherapy, and she's at www.desiresbywillow.com. We have Jasmine Lee Cori, a licensed psychotherapist based in Boulder, Colorado, author of Healing from Trauma and The Emotionally Absent Mother, as well as several spiritual titles. And you can find her at www.jasminecori.com. And this has been published by the Dancing Willow Tree. So it's not easy to get hold of. So that's your first warning. That says exactly the same. So if we look at the book first, I don't know, that's how it came. So it was shrink wrapped, so I believe that's just how it's been produced. So it might be just glue seepage there. Don't know when this was, so 2002. So it's not a new deck, but it's a new deck that I hadn't heard of basically until last year. So we've got prefaces and acknowledgements, working with the tarot, about the cards. Then we have the major, and you can see probably if you're keen-eyed that some of the names have already changed. So we have the Earth Mother, the Green Man, spiritual leaders, Balance, the Crone, Kali, Compassions and Cosmos, and the suits are the same. We have cards by theme, quick reference, and author information. So, can I see anything obvious to read out to you without reading the entire page? People saw my paintings and asked if I create a tarot deck. I had completed my master's work in psychotherapy, have been meditating for over 15 years, explored various movements, modalities and practices, that support the awakening of consciousness through body awareness, played with archetypal expressions through other art media such as costume, mask making, ritual theatres, spent time in a number of spiritual traditions. I had always enjoyed the eclectic nature of my spiritual explorations, but had sometimes felt frustrated and for long wanted to be in the moment unified. So this is how the decks kind of come about. I asked my friend Jasmine if she'd be the writer of the project, and then we began to work together. Okay. Having spent much of my professional life teaching, writing, and doing psychotherapy, I hadn't had much experience with real teamwork, especially as a creative venture, so she got to work for a team. So thank yous to all those people who've helped out. So this, okay, history of the tarot. In this pioneering work on the multidimensional nature of psyche, Carl Jung recognized the power of symbols. He distinguished between visual representations of simple concepts, which he called signs, and symbols which cannot be reduced to a single meaning. So some more information there about this deck. Each deck published today expresses a slightly different perspective on this ancient system of divination. That's very true. Wands. So in the wand suit, we explore the energies of the chakras. The chakras, often depicted as wheels, are energy centers in the body through which we maintain contact with other people and our environment. So we have the base or root chakra, which is the one of wands or ace. So I'm guessing we are numbers, not aces. The second chakra lies about a hand's width under the navel. This is a two of wands. Third chakra, so on and so forth. To the seventh chakra, which is a seven of wands. Some systems delineate additional chakras that lie outside the physical body, and we use cards 8 to 10 to explore additional phenomena in the spiritual journey, namely out-of-body travel, tantric sex, and the experience of moving beyond the self. The court cards, we have the server, the teacher, the healer, the master. That will involve me putting a little symbol on the card so I know what I'm looking at. Working with the cards, other modalities, pulling cards. We have a 6-card relationship spread, 2-card spread, 3-card spread. Feelings, attitudes and forces. Position 2, more conscious feelings and attitudes, where you're currently holding a situation. And position 3, so unconscious, conscious or situation. Think of it as what will help during the transformation tool. So what to do. There we go. And we've got some basic keywords. Have we? The Fool, innocence or ignorance. The Magician, master of conscious creation. Earth Mother, queen of life. Spiritual leader, taking the Hierophant off the pedestal. Oh, I like that. Number 20, compassion, transcending judgment. And 21, the cosmos, multidimensional universe. Oh, what was the other one? Kali, number 16, the tower, shattering the structure. Okay, so there's quite a bit of write-up. We've got 3 pages for the Fool. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Earth Mother 1, 2 and a bit. So depending on how much there is to write, they've made good use of the book then for space. Where appropriate, they've not given just one picture, one page. Like this, moved it to an appropriate part of the book. I like it when authors do that instead of giving you just an unnecessary sized book full of information. What have we got back here? Cards by theme. Okay, so pick a keyword and then go and find a card by theme. So I suppose you could use that for meditation or for spell work if you're into spell work. And then we also have a quick guide table here. So the crone or the hermit, inward journey, introspection, balancing solitude and community, archetype of elder, cooperating with cycles. Oh, that'd be a nice quick reference tables at the back. I like it when you get things like that. I'm a lazy person. So there we go. There's the book. So you can read that in your own time. Sorry it's taken so long. We're 10 minutes in. I do apologise. Now, cardstock is, I don't even know what to compare this to. A flimsy birthday card, okay? That's the best I can do. A flimsy birthday card. I don't know what this is. I haven't seen any information about what this is. I would just go ahead and say it's art card with a laminate kind of feel. Well, that would be the laminate feel, wouldn't it? The art finish to the card. So I think it's like an art cardstock myself, as opposed to like a core or something. So if I bring you down, they are slightly bigger than a normal tarot card, but I again don't really have a standard tarot card to hand. Yeah. Try that one. So that is the Cosmic Visions Tarot. That shows you the size comparison. And of course, this is a much different cardstock. Okay, enough of that. Let's go. So they're colour coordinated as you go through the suits, purple being the major arcana. That is something I haven't noticed. And as I was showing, I think right at the start, it's been badly. So when it's been cut at the production line, the blade's had a chink in it. So you've got this rough edge going through because of the damaged blade that was on the cutting table, which would have been the copy shop or whatever that's done it. So you can see it there as well. But the top of mine is probably the worst. They're quite rough. So without further ado, we have the Fool, so innocence or ignorance. So that's the keywords on the top. Master of Conscious Creation, and our Feminine Mysteries. The Queen of Life, Ruling Harmony in Nature. So there's our non-hierophant. Love in the Highest Octave. That's a beautiful card. Agent of Change. Restoring Cosmic Order. Light of the Introspection. Flowing with Change. Moving from the core. I like that. Not in control. Grieving and letting go. Transformation. Integrating polarities. Separation from the source. Shattering the structure. Yeah. Here we have our guiding light. That's another beautiful card. A place, peace in the darkness. And again, another beautiful image. Radiance of being. Transcending judgment. Multidimensional universe. And then we're into, so I think I've got this set up. So yeah, swords, pentacles, cups, wands. So one of swords instead of ace, point of origination. Our creative differences. Moving towards freedom. Now there's a cool three of swords. Stabilizing mind. Holding the vision. Structures for the journey. Rainbow bridge. That's beautiful. Equanimity. Actually, can we just come back 1 second? Just want to look up this one in the quick reference. Seven of Swords, Rainbow Bridge. Need for fresh inspiration, heaven, higher consciousness. So that's a little bit different to how we would normally read the Seven of Swords, isn't it? Let's see if we can find it in the main book as well. Seven of Swords. With number 7, we make a leap. We move beyond the earth principle, where all the earlier numbers are related to biological forms, to the heaven principle, which is the more transcendent source. 7 is also the number of the Sabbath, which is now the heaven principle, interacts with the weekly calendar. The 7th day is to be the day of rest, a day off from our usual routines. It is time to be still and settle into contact with deeper dimension. We live in a culture that has abandoned the Sabbath. Those for whom it is just another work day may use it for recreation, but rarely is it dedicated to the real recreation that comes from replenishing our soul. For that to happen, we need to find the place that is beyond boundaries, a place of infinite depth, infinite love. 7 of Swords is about contacting that place. It is about accessing a state of consciousness that brings a Sabbath blessing. In the picture on the card, we have a woman stands bathed in the energy of the rainbow bridge, the bridge to heaven. Heaven is not such a place as a vibratory level we can learn to enter. It is represented here by an angelic being. The rainbow, with its 7 colours, is often used as a symbol of the consciousness. So the rainbow bridge is doubly potent image. It's also got, there is a little bit of Thoth vibes going on here for me. The invitation of this card is to step out of the ordinary mind into higher consciousness and let the blessings of heaven rain down on you. The rainbow bridge is whatever serves as a gateway to or bridge to this state of consciousness. It may involve a traditional worship service or spiritual practice. It may mean showering in colour and sound. It may mean mystical poetry, music, beauty. It may involve psychoactive substances or guide a shamanic journey to the upper world. It may come unexpectedly in a brush with death. It's dark. When this card shows up in a reading, it's time for a little bit of heaven. You are most likely depleted and could profit from some fresh inspiration. It only takes a moment to call the company of heaven into your life. As recognised by many religious traditions, when the light begins in the spirit realm are called. They gladly come, bringing with them energy that revitalises and restores. Take time to follow your rainbow bridge. Okay, that is a nice meaning for the 7 swords. I like the difference to that. And actually the stuff in the book about that day of rest and the fact that most of us don't see it anymore is very true. I don't think the human body is designed to keep running 7 days a week, 60 hours a day, 60 hours a week. I think it needs to stop at some point, pause, and heal itself. So yeah, I kind of can see where that's coming from. So it's that mental acknowledgement that you need to stop and slow down. Otherwise, you're stealing from yourself rather than somebody else, stealing from you. You're the one outsmarting yourself for what you need. So equanimity, the trust walk, leaving the story. So we've got that completion there. So the page, mapping the mind. The night, reading the web. No, these must be the wrong way around. What did I say? Okay, you were shouting at the screen. The server, the teacher, the healer, the master. So I've got them the wrong way around. Master, server, teacher, healer. Okay, so I might have the rest the wrong way around as well. Put that there, but I don't know if it's gonna stay. So just in case I get them wrong again. Okay, so it's this way around. So the server, although that looks like a knight, doesn't it, in action? But here's our page. So cutting away illusion. The knight being the teacher, inquiring mind. So this is embodying the aspect of the wisdom of a particular suit. So the inquiring mind. The healer is the influence on oneself or on others. So that's why the healer for the queen. So mapping the mind. Okay. And reading the web for the Master of Swords. So the most comprehensive expression, building on all the previous lessons and representing an integrated whole. He or she is the expression of refined perception. So sword's suit is mastery in the material realm. Okay, so that's a bit different. Discs is emotional maturity. Cups, or of the actualized life in the spiritual path. And no, wait a minute, what is going on? Refined perception, swords. Mastery in the material realm, discs. Emotional maturity, cups, or of the actualized life in the spiritual path, wands. Okay. Punctuation. Discs, birth into form. So let's see what we've got. Balance in material life. Integrated work. Manifesting home. Releasing stuck energy. Web of life. Incubation. Skillful perseverance. 8 of discs. Yeah. Instinctual wisdom. Great view. Oh, yeah. That's a good one. So, yeah, okay, so they're not in order. So, Queen, healing the planet. That's a nice one, actually. King, gracious abundance. Page, loyal friend. Knight, passionate play. And we're into the cups. So here's our Ace of Cups. 2 of Cups. Oh, sorry. Dissolving into oneness. Authentic connection. Receiving grace. I was just too busy looking at the pictures then. Unify. Is that? Untying the mask. Natural intimacy. Sharing support. That's a nice one. Drama queen. Human doing. 8 of Cups. Yeah. Human doing. Mental detour. 9 of Cups. Not like the wish card. Mental detour. Just trying to think how that fits. 10 of Cups. Joyous flow. And then we have our Queen. Healing the inner child. Our King. Abiding in love. Our Page. Attending to emotional needs. And our Knight. Exploring the inner landscape. Again, another beautiful image. Wands. Grounding for creativity. Healing sexual energy. Okay. Authentic nourishment. Opening the heart. Freeing your expression. Some of these have a bit more kind of fey energy. Inner seeing. Opening to angels. Dream time. I suppose then seek the messages in your dreams. Tantric sexuality, 9 of Wands. No self, 10 of Wands. Transcendence, again, I suppose. Queen, vibrational healing. King, Temple of the Goddess. Page, transmitter of light. And Teacher of Wands for, Knight, spirit in matter. Okay. So that is the cards. They are quite big in the hand. I can just about get my hand around them, to be honest. And there you go, look, the whole deck flexes. So it really is not... I can't even shuffle it that way. I'm going to have to do it that way. And I wouldn't even bother riffle shuffling to bridge. If I were you, I'd probably waterfall this one. Corner riffle. Because it just gives the impression it's gonna bend. I think you probably put backing on this Might be able to back the cards if you've got time and want to spend the effort doing so, which would probably help to protect them, make them a bit thicker. So what are you thinking of this at the moment? It's completely different. There's a couple of decks out there that I don't have any of. I think one's called the Tree of Life. Is that a tarot? And then there's some oracles with some very similar type imagery. Very beautiful kind of earthy-esque imagery. Whether that's the same person, I'm not sure. I get the impression some of those would go with this one. I don't own any of those, of course. So I have pulled a few decks that I've got in my collection so I can see what's going to go. So it's not been well shuffled. Let's put the book away. So the first one I pulled out is the Rooted Woman. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. And we can see, can't we? So I don't know what you guys are thinking. Art-wise, instantly, it's kind of not quite, is it? I mean, it's beautiful. This is beautiful art. I've only worked with this deck once. I think I've done one spread with it so far. It's a gorgeous deck. It's not quite connecting to me. So, Ten of Swords are leaving the story with the otherworldly treasures from the Fisher King's Court, and then we have Cutting Away Illusion with our Server of Swords. Six of Wands with Inner Seeing, Island, Boundaries and Isolation. Inquiring Mind with our Teacher of Swords. So I mean, you know, message wise, maybe. Let's do one more just so you can. The Magician with our Master of Conscious Creation, the More, Silence and Simplicity, Eight of Swords, Equanimity. I mean, I think maybe from a message-wise perspective, they probably do go. Although I still would need to get the book out to fully understand these, I think. They don't talk to me intuitively. Innocence or Ignorance from the Fool with Carried Win, the Initiator, and Integrated Work for the Three of Discs. And can I just say that actually looks like the artist, Hannah Willow. I wonder if she drew herself. Server of Wands, Transmitter of Light, the Banshee, Keening Woman, and Dissolving into Oneness for the One of Cups. Okay, so we can put those away. So I grabbed the Enchanted Maps Oracle because it's sort of there, but it's perhaps too photo collage-y. I just thought we'd see. So with the Server of Wands, Strength card, and One of Cups. Pointing of Origination with Flying, Swords, Air, and then we've got the Temple of Goddess with our King of Wands. Maybe. High Priestess, Feminine Mysteries, Intuitive Wisdom, Into the Unknown with our Passionate Play with our Teacher of Discs. I think that works from a message perspective. Five of Swords, Holding the Vision with our Dry Desert, and Grounding for Creativity with our Ace of Wands. Dry Desert, coming in from Holding the Vision off the Five of Swords. It's difficult because these cards obviously carry slightly different meanings, nuance to the original or the more common themed understanding of the cards. So here we have the Untying the Mask with our Four of Cups, Riding the Wave, 14 with Dolphins, Restoring Cosmic Order, Balance. Okay. balance off untying the mask, that sort of makes sense, doesn't it? So the stability, finding the stability rather than the instability, making your balance within that, riding the wave. Oh, 8 balance. Is that strength? Was that one strength? Was that one strength or justice? I don't think it said actually, did it? I don't recall seeing that. Back into my book, people. Where are we? 8 balance, restoring balance and harmonizing with larger order, karma, right action. I'll just check 11, strength. Oh, so that is justice. I should have got that really with the word balance, shouldn't I? But just have to check. Okay, so there's that one. Another card, or another deck that I pulled out was the Sacred Destiny by Denise Linn. Massive long-term favourite, this one. I think it taps into the right sort of stuff, so let's just come down. Opening the heart with the 4 of Wands, embracing, and the 2 of Wands, healing sexual energy. So I have a feeling the keywords on this one might actually work better for me. Authentic nourishment with patience and not in control. Creative differences, transformation, and authentic connection. For me, this one is working better. I don't know which one you're preferring so far, but this one to me works better. The Queen of Life with new beginnings and death, grieving and letting go. Yeah. Message-wise, it's this for me. Joyous flow, enlightenment, healing the planet. And they're both in that kind of like beautiful cosmos. So I think it's this one for me, which I had a feeling this was the one I wanted to pull anyway. And I was just going to stop there. But, you know, it's always nice to see a couple of other decks, just to see what's going on. And I had one more. See if you recognise it. So it is Terry Foss's deck from US Games. Ruling in harmony with nature. We have create and the light of introspection. Image-wise, it's probably this one. But I'm not sure if keywords are going to go, so let's see. Structure for the journey with fairy tale and drama queen. I mean, coming straight off fairy tale into drama, that's almost, actually, there's almost a story there, isn't it? There's almost, oh, who is it? Not Red Riding Hood, the other one. Rose Red? Snow White, perhaps. Thinking of Brothers Grimm. So it's probably more Snow White-esque, isn't it? Like, being sent off out on a journey. In fact, no, really, there's also the gingerbread man. Definitely getting my fairy tales mixed up now. But the Hansel and Gretel house, you know, like heading off out into the fairy tale world. And then you've got the evil queen there looking into the mirror to see what's going on, checking up on you. Separation from the source, breathe, and loyal friend. Maybe the keywords on this one are surprising me, so maybe they are going to work, but I think artistically this works much better. Reading with the web, balance and skillful perseverance, even. Aiding in abiding in love, faith, and mapping the mind. Yeah, actually, I think they do work as well. Personally, for me, it's a Sacred Destiny, but this is a very close second if I was picking a deck to go with. What's your thoughts? Have you seen, got, heard of, or even gotten rid of this deck? I'd love to know in comments. And what would you maybe look to pair with this one? Keywords to me are more important than the image. So it's the message. The message for me is much more important than the aesthetics, but it's always nice when the aesthetics and the keywords hit, then it's like, okay, match made in heaven. Until the next one, take care. Bye-bye.